all this extra stuff I can edit out and post. It's not a big deal.
You don't want everyone to have to listen to 4 minutes of us just like, hold on, okay, we're ready, let's go.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Insurgency Knitting Circle podcast. This is your host, Texas Joe, and I am super excited to be bringing you guys this episode today. I have not known her long, but in the time I have known her, I've known her to be a pretty awesome person. We met working a side gig because that's not your real, like in real life thing. So we met doing a side gig, and I had no idea that she was this big internet sensation, the girl on fire. But today we have Emily from Concealed Carry Outfit of the Day, also known as Princess and the Pistol. So Emily, go ahead and say hi.
What's up, y'all? I am who he said.
Good deal. Okay, so you have what, 2, 3 that I know of, right? And internet handles.
Oh, yeah, so X, Twitter, whatever, doesn't let you have a very long handle. So I had to shorten it to P in the Pistol.
Okay.
And then everything else is just Princess in the Pistol.
All right. And so you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
So I'm not on Facebook. People are sharing me on Facebook, but I only have a personal Facebook account. But yes, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, which I'm starting to do more on that, but I haven't done much, and then X.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
All right. So the entire point of getting you on here is so that you can tell us about you, and so that all of the people who love to follow you and love to see you slay people on the internet in the comment section can know more about you. So tell us about you. Take us from grade school M through high school. What did you want to be when you grew up? How'd you end up doing this? What do you do in real life?
Okay. I'll start in mini Emily then.
Okay. Good.
I was homeschooled
Good deal.
my entire growing up. I wanted to do a few different things throughout the years. I wanted to be a fashion designer, a mom, wanted to join the military, all kinds of things. I didn't like to stick to one thing. So shot my first gun when I think I was 9 years old. I think it was a little .22 revolver. I don't remember much about that, but it was 4th of July, and we were out at the range with my papa, and he used to make guns, so he was a gunsmith, so he had a bunch, and he was just letting us shoot, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was not a whole lot about my growing up that's all that interesting, but
Okay. So what do you do in real life?
I design and make graphic tees.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool. Okay, so let's get back to your social media platforms and stuff like that. Tell us more about Concealed Carry Outfit of the Day and how you started that and how it's become what it is. Was Princess and the Pistol first, or was...
So I started doing like the social media influencer thing back in 2020 when everyone was bored and we were all home and everyone was online. So it started out more like political and whatnot. I was 19, turning 20 that year, so I didn't carry yet. I liked guns, but I wasn't carrying them. So everyone was just bored and online. Everyone was chronically online. It was fun times, not. But I kind of did that for a little while. And then I started doing concealed carry content when I turned 21 because carrying options for women were quite, and to a point still are, quite dismal. I haven't seen this in a while, so I'm hoping it's died off. But there was a holster advertised for women. Holster, quotation marks for those listening. It was a piece of stretchy lace, and they were like, wrap this around your gun and around your leg or around your waist. It's so versatile, so many options. And I was like, that is not a holster and that is not safe and nobody should be doing that. And and I saw women reviewing it and saying, "Oh, this is so great." And I was like, "No, no, we should not be doing that." And there's just like there was just so many unsafe options and so many things that were advertised and like made by women for women, so clearly it's a great option. No.
Right, because you
Um,
said you were what, 2020, 2021 you started carrying?
so 2021 I started carrying because I'm a 2000s baby.
Yeah,
So
no, you're fine. I was
yeah.
just getting my timeline
No, yeah,
straight
you're good.
because we had in 2019. I'm
Mhm.
I'm a firearm instructor as
Mhm.
well. I teach the Texas license to carry. I have NRA instructor certifications, all that
Mhm.
stuff. Um, in 2019,
Mhm.
we had the rule overturned where we could open carry. So then holsters really, really became something that you had to have, right?
Mhm.
And Texas didn't specify what a holster was. They still don't
Yeah, they still
specify.
don't exactly.
Correct. So
Yeah, so that was a everyone was like, "This is a holster," and I was like, "That is lace.
that
That
is
is."
dangerous.
I was like, people were like, "Oh yeah, you can just put a Kydex holster in it." I was like, "That is still not safe." I
Sure.
was like, "That is no." Anyway.
Okay. So, being the social media influencer that you are, the girl on fire, what is your favorite part of all of this crazy internet thing?
Well, the reason I started doing it was because wanted to be able to conceal carry and not like lose my style sense because I was a big tomboy growing up. So I was just starting to like get into like fashion and stuff as I was turning 21, and I was like, oh, now I get to go back into baggy jeans and t-shirts, and there's nothing else I can do. Well, so the reason I started doing this is because I wanted to not only grow my like skill and with concealed carry and whatnot, but also encourage other women to do that. And I think that's like the best thing that's been coming out of this is just inspiring more women to carry and like just normalizing it, like putting it out there that hey, this is something you can do and you don't have to dress like a man or
Carry it
yeah,
dangerously in the bottom of a
exactly.
purse or something like,
Exactly.
yeah,
You don't have to. We're past the days where we hand women tiny pink revolvers and say, "Here, put this in your purse and you're fine."
right, right, absolutely. So, what has been your least favorite part with all this
I
exposure and popularity and traction?
mean, it ebbs and flows, but I don't know. People can just be really annoying sometimes. Like they're
Hmm.
like, "Oh well," like this is funny. They won't know what kind of holster I'm wearing, and so they'll be like, "Oh, I don't see the holster, so you just must have tucked it into your skirt." I'm like, "How is that gonna stay there? That
Right,
is elastic."
right,
And and then like it can get tiring when you get enough messages of people saying, "Oh, shoot yourself," and you're like,
right.
"No."
Right, because people automatically assume that because you're in this space
Mhm.
that you're claiming to be some kind of weapons expert or
Mhm.
know everything there is to know about guns, and it's like, well, hold on, pump the brakes, right? Because Emily, one, never claimed to be a firearms expert.
Mhm.
Number two, she never claimed to be an expert on teaching you how to handle and carry methods and stuff like that. You're just a creative girl helping inspire other women with outfits.
Yeah, I just show what I do. I mean, I give little tips and tricks like, "Oh, hey, if you're gonna dry fire practice, you should put your ammo in the other room," and like
Sure.
little safety things. But like, yeah, just show what I do and hope it inspires people.
Okay. Um, So we kind of brushed over this, but you said that you started this in 2020. That's during COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it didn't
Um,
really start so much of the stuff that I do now. Like it was just kind of throwaway content that everyone was doing because we were bored. So.
right. So how much time a day or a week would you say that you spend producing content?
Oh gosh, it really depends. Before the time change, it was a lot more because I would get home from work and I would create a bunch of content, but it's dark by the time I get home now, and all my lighting is usually natural light,
Right.
and so it really looks awful. So lately, I've been trying to do either I wake up early and then I do it before work, which I hate doing because I'm not a morning person. So if my smile looks fake in anything, that's why. um, or I try to like batch create on the weekend, which I also don't really like doing because That's a lot of outfits.
Then you're spending a day just changing in and out of
Exactly.
outfits.
And then I got to put it all away or not. And then my room is a mess and he doesn't like that.
Sure.
Shh.
Yeah, no, I get it. So how many takes does it take to get that perfect shot that you're okay with?
So this is how, little insider secret for y'all. This is how I record my videos. Depending if it's after work, I just record like the whole process of like the outfit I'm putting on. I just record it in reverse as I'm putting my pajamas on after getting off of work, and I just edit all the various things y'all can't get to see out. And then that if I am putting the outfit on because I'm specifically recording, I just film the whole time and smile a lot, and then I just edit all the bits.
Okay.
It usually is about 5 to 6 minute long video, and then I trim it down to the
Sure.
20 to 1 minute.
Right.
20 seconds to 1 minute length that it usually ends up being.
Sure. Okay, so one of my absolute favorite, and I know several of the men on my Discord and their wives that follow you that are in my space around the show, they love it when you just go savage, little rabid beast in the comments. So tell me about that. Like, where does that tenacity come from to just go after people and murder them in the comment section?
It really just depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Whether or not someone's going to get ripped apart or not.
Right.
So, for example, if I'm just like, like today, for example, what do you say? Some dude was in my comments, and I saw it like 30 seconds after he posted it, and I was like, he said something along the lines of, I was a bigot and I hated men because men are the only people who would attack me. So clearly I hate all men because I only want to shoot men. Something along those lines. And I was like, anyway, I responded with, you're seeming very emotional. You should probably calm down. I shared that on Twitter and people were responding, you should tell him to smile.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's like, men like him will say things like that to women. And I was like,
yeah.
How the turntables.
Good deal. Okay, so we have a question from the Discord.
Hello, Discord.
It's actually two. This one's from Papa Quell. First, he says, what radicalized you? So what was the impetus that made you want to get and start carrying? You kind of brushed over that earlier, but was there like a catalyzing event that you said, you know what, I'm going to do this right now?
Well, I am a Texan.
A native Texan.
A native Texan, born and raised.
Yeah.
It's just kind of normal.
It's just kind of in our DNA.
In my experience, that when you turn 21, you get your carry license, and you don't need one anymore.
Sure.
But it does help with some things and legalities and 30.6, 30.7, all the signs and whatnot. It helps to have your license. So I didn't need to get one by the time they came out. But the week before my birthday, I got my carry license. I took the class and I just submitted the paperwork. But yeah, there wasn't like a moment. I was just like, yeah, this is what you do when you turn 21.
We're just Texas. We born radical here.
Yeah. So I don't know how radical I am, but
all right, we're going to come back to this next question from him because it's kind of falls in. I want to include it at the end in the lightning round questions.
Oh gosh.
Okay. With your different outfits and stuff, where are you drawing your inspo from? Are you looking at other ladies in the space? Are you just trying to like adapt the options that are there to your own personal style? What is your...
So basically my whole thing with this is I never want to dress around how I carry. I always just want to carry, and I'm just going to dress however I want. I usually figure out a way to make it work. As for my personal style sense, it kind of ranges from everything. A lot of people will pick like an aesthetic and mix it or stage it with it, and I just kind of like, one day I look like I definitely have a gun on me because I'm dressed like I'm riding my motorcycle, and then another day I'm wearing a sweatshirt that has flowers on it, and I look like a kindergarten teacher. And it really just depends on my mood. I like clothes. I like to mix and match. I like to go thrifting, which is where half of my clothes are from. So, yeah, sometimes I look at Pinterest. I'm like, that's a cute outfit. I'll try and do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your favorite outfit?
My favorite outfit? I don't think you understand how many outfits I have.
I know. That's like asking a dog mom to pick her favorite dog.
But
But
right now, this one's just because it's funny. My favorite outfit right now is a brown, almost floor-length skirt with a sweatshirt that has these little tulips on it, and I like crop it up, and it's my favorite because it's currently very viral. And
okay, I think
I
I know which one
I
you're talking
posted
about.
it on Twitter. It has over 20 million views there, and then someone shared it to Facebook, and then if you reverse image search it, there are a lot of results that come up. The holster I was using, actually, that company put my photo on their website.
That was Filster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Filster did. Yeah, I have been dubbed the two titles, either imagine getting blicked by a kindergarten teacher,
Mhm.
or imagine getting blicked in Barnes and Nobles by a cutie patootie.
That was my favorite comment out of all of them. Yeah.
So I have two new titles, kindergarten teacher and cutie patootie. I'm not sure how I feel about them, but that's, well, I like kids, so sure.
Okay. Um, so one of the things that I found that's a unique kind of Emily signature is just crazy headwear. So I've seen you in um, the Loki horns and the frog eyes and stuff like that. So
Okay, that was my Halloween series.
okay,
Yes, I for Halloween I dressed up every day of the week as a different thing, character, whatever. And yes, Loki, frog. What else did I do? I don't even remember. I did Bucky Barnes at one point, Winter Soldier.
okay.
Um, yeah, I mixed it
Nice.
up.
Okay. Let's see. What is your least favorite carry position? I'll go first because I'm kind of round around the middle. I don't like to appendix carry. I do, but it's
It's
not
not your
super
favorite.
I'm a dad bod. Come on. Like it's not super comfortable. I'm not slim, never have been.
Okay. Let's see. Well,
And
I
now we're
try.
talking about you drawing from relatively deep cover, even though some of these are light frilly
Yeah.
dresses and
Well,
stuff.
I'd say there's positions I like more than others, and then there's positions I just won't do. Like I won't do 6 o'clock, because not particularly safe, and plus the draw time. I'll do like occasionally. I will do like a four
Mhm.
o'clock position. But um, I don't know that I have like a least favorite. I prefer appendix over anything just because the draw time is so fast.
Mhm.
Um, the thigh carry, it's fine. It's a little slower. Yeah, I don't know that I have one that I'm like, oh, I hate this one. I mean, I have never carried ankle carry. I'm sure that one would be mildly annoying to get to, but
Well, and then so I carry sometimes on my calf,
mhm,
and I do carry sometimes on my ankle,
mhm,
and you're not carrying anything big there.
yeah,
Um, it's just and you know when you deploy something like that,
mhm,
so like in slacks like this, I can carry like a Glock 43 debit card as opposed to like a Glock 19. You're not going to carry a 19 in deep cover in a leg holster. It's just not going to happen,
yeah,
right? So yeah, let's see. What all have I seen? I've seen appendix carry, and then
mhm,
around the waist at different positions for you.
mhm,
Um, I've seen the tights that have the holster
yeah, the
inside.
thigh,
Is
uh-huh.
that inside and outside?
So they have an outside version. I don't have it because if I have the space in my outfit where I could carry outside, I could probably also carry appendix.
Sure.
So the inside one mostly reserved typically for like a bodycon dress where it's really tight and there's no leeway for anything anywhere.
Right.
um, yeah.
So then you have the upper torso, where
Hmm.
that is that a flashbang or
So, I can bring it's the Filter Enigma still. I
okay.
can bring that higher up. I have been looking into the flashbang because I have heard a lot of really good things about it. I just not have not, pun intended, pulled the trigger on getting one yet.
Well
So,
played. So one of the questions that I get when I'm teaching the concealed carry class is how many holsters do you have? To which I answer yes, because I've got about 27. So how many holsters do you have?
So that's actually super funny because one of the things I was like, oh, when I found the Enigma, it's the first holster I ever bought. It was the funniest thing because I was like, I'm not gonna be one of those person that has like a whole box of holsters because I'm just gonna find the like 1, 2, or 3 that work for me and I'm just gonna use them all the time. Well, the fun fact is that I ended up with a box full of holsters because people keep sending them to me, asking me to review them, and a lot of them are not very good, and so I just don't because I don't want to like be mean to them, but also I don't want to tell people to buy them. So
Right. Well, and because of how we're raised, right, Southern Texas, if you don't have anything nice to say, you just don't say anything until
for
you
the
piss
most
me
part,
off, and then I
exactly.
say everything.
And then bless your heart, darling.
Yeah, nailed it. Okay, that is a lot.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. You said skip on the sketchiest location, so we're not going to play that
Oh no,
card.
we can do that one.
Okay.
Um,
What is the sketchiest location that you have found yourself carrying in?
well, I don't know that I have one. I, I, okay. If you know Houston, you know Guns Point.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in that area, carried in that area. Um, where I live, my apartment complex is relatively sketchy as well. I don't like go out of my way to put myself in sketchy situations and areas, but this it's a city. They exist.
Right, and with the holidays coming up, normally places that aren't sketchy are going to get sketchy as people get desperate. And
That too.
okay, all right. What the most WTF moment, like being confronted by a stranger or something like that? Have you got to experience that?
Well, usually I conceal,
Mhm.
so I don't open carry enough that I have had someone say anything to me about that specifically. Um, Random couple moments that aren't like, oh my gosh, someone's confronting me, would just be like people who have found me online just saying hi, and I like take a second to like figure out whether or not they're mad at that they've met me and they hate me, or if they're like, oh my gosh, hi, nice to meet you. And so
So that was going to be one of my questions later is have
sorry, I was
you
skipping
had
it.
an internet person or a fan recognize you in public?
Yes, I actually, so I had a couple like when I first started, but not like a lot. It was just like random. Like I'd say, "Oh, I'm gonna be at this event in Houston," and someone would be like, "Oh my gosh, I knew I was nearby, so I came to say hi." But like at the Renaissance Festival, I had like several people like come up to me, and one of them was like, she came up to me, she's like, "My husband and I have been talking, and we know who you are." And
Oh,
I was like, "What?"
oh dear.
I know.
Conversations that
I was
start like
like,
that at the Ren Fair can get really dangerous
I
and
was
really
like,
out of hand.
who I am? Yeah, she's like, yeah, we've seen your stuff on social media. And she's like so straight faced. Like there was not an ounce of emotion in that face. I was like, are you about to like try and stab me or something? And then she's like, yeah, we really like your content. Like after this like real monotone thing. And I was
Ooh.
like, oh, so nice to meet you.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is seems disorienting. I've never had it happen to me because, small show,
We're on
whatever.
podcast.
So,
Like a lot of people just listen to them. So
yeah. Well, for me, most of like people will reach out and they'll say, "Hey, like I really enjoy the show. I
mhm.
found it when I was going through a hard time, and just the show, the community, the comments on the internet, and the comments in the comment section, just helped me kind of get through." So,
That's neat.
all right, let's talk the meat and potatoes. Clearly, you practice drawing. How much time do you spend live fire on the range, practicing, handling?
Well, I don't get out to the range as much as I'd like. I try to get there at least once a month. I actually was there earlier today. My hands still got little whatever dirt from there
Yeah.
on it. But as for like practicing at home, I try and like dry fire. Words are hard today.
Yeah. No,
Dry
hey,
fire
don't worry about it. I can
practice.
fix all this.
Oh, you don't have to. I don't care. This is what I'm like all the time. So I don't do long form videos because I'm like, hold up, gotta fix that.
Yeah.
um, it's part of my charm.
What's your home range?
My home range?
Yeah.
Like spring guns and ammo.
Spring Guns and Ammo. Okay.
Yes.
Well, for those of you watching and listening, we're actually at the Renaissance Shooting Club here in Todd Mission, Texas. The ownership granted us use of the pro shop, which is where we are right now. You can probably see their logo back there. So you got to start your day earlier at a range, and we're spending more time at a range.
Yep.
Just thought it was, when I was doing the prep for the show, and I was like, man, I really, really would like to do, so I just interviewed my favorite author, and I got to interview him in front of a huge mural of books.
Yep.
And
Pretty
I
sure I
added
know where
his.
that is too. I've been there.
Yeah. So I got to add a spine of his newest, well, not his newest because he just released one this month, but at the time, his newest book, I added it to there. So
Very
I
cool.
thought to myself, do I know a really cool gun related place? And this is my home range. I'm proud to
So
say.
where are you adding my username? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, we'll get that. We'll get that. I was actually a founding member of this range, and
cool.
I have brought my classes here to both teach and train on the range.
Very cool.
So, what is your debit card of choice?
My typical EDC is the Glock 43.
Okay.
Yes. When I first was picking out what I wanted to carry all the time, I went to the range, and this is what I tell everyone they should do, because they're like, oh, what gun should I get? I'm like, that depends on what you like.
Correct.
And so I went and I tested out a bunch of different ones. My range, they let you rent them for like $5 an hour. You just got to use their ammo, which of course is a little overpriced, but it's fine.
Everybody's got to make money.
We all got to do it. And so, yeah, you can rent them for like $5 an hour. So I rented I think I rented 4 that I was interested in. I don't remember all of them anymore, but one of them was the Shield.
M&P.
Yeah. I don't remember what the other ones were anymore. But anyway, it came down to those two, the Shield and the Glock 43. And I just ended up liking the feel of the Glock 43 in my hand just a little bit better. And so that's how I ended up with that.
Okay. So because guns are like Barbies or cars or just about anything else in the world, do you have any mods?
I switched out the trigger for one that was a little better because the original trigger was something else. The new one's a little better, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like them pretty basic for me. I'm not a big red dot person or anything like that. I like to keep my iron sights and whatnot. So
nice. Yeah. Extended mag or flush plate?
No extended mag, just regular.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when you're doing your gunsmithing work, are you doing that yourself, or is hubby helping you?
Me.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So not only do we shoot them and shoot videos about them, we also work on them too.
Well, when I was 17, I built an AR-15 all by myself with a book.
Well, excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry to presume.
Yeah, my Sweet 16 gift was the lower.
Yeah.
And then for the next year, I started collecting all the parts. And don't put me on the wrong page. I didn't do a drop-in trigger either. I built every little tiny screw and everything of that sucker, and I put it together.
Okay.
I knew a guy who he had experience with it, and he was like, yeah, I'll help you. I was like, oh, that's great. So I went to his workshop. He was like, here's a book on how to do it, and he left. And I was like, okay, cool. Okay.
So that or what is it? The Fast and Furious. If you can't find the tool you need in this garage, you ain't got no business around a car.
Yeah, pretty much. Nice. So then I shot it for the first time in on his property, and I was like, okay. There's a video of me somewhere. It's like, let's find out if this is gonna explode. It did not. It works fine.
Right. Yeah. Because in general, I like my guns less explodey, unless it's the end pointing towards.
No, one time I was next to someone who's shooting, and it was a suppressed rifle, but something, I don't remember what went wrong, but something did, and the round exploded in the chamber with it open.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have ear pro on because it was suppressed, and I was standing right next to it. I was like, oh, I'm deaf now. That's cool.
Yeah, that ringing lasts for a while.
It did. I was like, do I still have my hearing?
Nice. Okay, so we talked gun of choice, training and going to the range. Do you have a holster that you go like a go-to holster of choice?
Holster Enigma Express.
And that's not a paid advertisement.
It is not. They do not pay me.
You literally, that's your go-to.
Yes, that is I'm wearing it right now.
Nice. Okay.
No, yeah. It's actually the first holster I ever bought. So when I was about to turn 21, I started doing all this research. Now this, again, none of this is paid. This is just what I know about the company. Back then, they didn't want people advertising for the company because they had wait lists. Like, they couldn't make them fast enough. So I was on that wait list before I turned 21. And every time it came up, I would try and go buy one real quick. It took me several tries. But I didn't even buy the holster at the same time because originally they sell the Express now that has the holster attached to it. But I had to put my original one together. Like, I had to put that together too with the holster. So I bought it when that wait list went off. I was like, I ran to their website and I bought one.
Nice.
I was really proud of my skills. It was more stressful than Black Friday shopping.
No, I get that. I get that. Because I'll get one and I'm like, man, I like everything but this. And then I go to just tucking it in my waistband, carrying just straight up dirty. But I know better. And I have inside the waistband holsters and I have the outside the waistband holsters. And most of my time, I'm at the house, I work from home and all that stuff. So, I mean, it is what it is. Okay. So we have already used quite a bit of slang as far as guns.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite gun euphemism name?
So this is funny because this originated from...
And it doesn't have to be a favorite. It can be your favorites.
Well, this originated because of TikTok's censorship. Mm-hmm. So, like, if they even see, like, the grip of the gun, they will just take the video down. Like, sure. They can't even tell what it is, and they're like, nope. So, TikTok videos get a TV remote, and that is what I put in the holster. And so, I had a video go viral a couple of weeks, or I don't even remember when it was. There was a video that went viral of mine because I was talking about holsters and, like, purse carry versus on body, and I was demonstrating, like, oh, if you just throw it in a purse, which is what the commenter had been suggesting, I was like, well, then you have to, like, fumble in your purse looking for this, and then you pull it out. And I was like, and then I snapped my fingers, and I don't have the purse anymore, and then I drew it from under a skirt, and I was like, or like that, and I have a TV remote, and I was like, and then you can just change someone's channel. And I still get comments about that. People love that.
Turn someone off.
Mute them, change their channel.
There you go.
Yeah, that's so, because of how much, I thought it was so cringy, but I was like, it's kind of funny too, so I posted it, and then everyone loved it, and I was like, well, I'm glad I didn't delete it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites just because of how it originated. I was like, I cannot show a gun, but I literally was just like, what do I have that will fit in this? It's like, my TV remote.
Right, and so that's not the only thing that you use as a prop.
No, I will also occasionally use my sunglasses.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know where my TV remote is, so I've been using my sunglasses.
Okay.
Yes, and they are, of course, heart-shaped because life is too short for boring sunglasses.
Very nice. I like that motto. I really like that motto. So my two favorite euphemisms are my G43 debit card.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that
one. I call them puppies. So I'm like, oh yeah, when I'm running to buy ammo, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to get some dog food. So
okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Well, I'm a dog guy. I have 5 dogs.
Okay.
So
I guess I'd be buying batteries then.
Okay.
For my TV remote. I don't know what I'd buy for the sunglasses because I'm buying
buying more sunglasses.
I'm buying more sunglasses.
Yeah.
I wish. I want more sunglasses. Quotes.
Followers. All right. So one of the reasons that we expedited doing this is something that you told me when I first met you.
Oh yeah.
Right. So tell us about the Gundies, because you have well, you know what, I'm gonna let you tell it.
I mean, I'm not sure there's a whole lot to tell. Y'all nominated me for it, and I think that's super cool, and I'm honored. I'm definitely one of the smaller accounts associated with that, and a lot of those accounts who are in the same category as me that I'm going up against, they have like all these gun companies that sponsored them, like posting on their stories to 100,000 followers, like, go vote for them, and I'm like, Yeah, I don't have that, but vote for me.
Yeah, this is my sweater.
I know,
Tootie
like,
patootie.
do you like my flower sweatshirt? You should vote for me.
And
Yeah,
but it works though.
we'll see.
Yeah, no. So, for those of you who don't know what's going on here, Emily has been nominated on the Gundies as one of the most influential females of the year in the firearm business. So, if you can hear this, if you can see this video, please go vote for her. It's open for what?
Through the
Another
17th of December. So a
okay.
few more days, depending on when this is posted.
Like 3 more days because Texas Joe and I still haven't posted my gift episode, the holiday gift guide episode, and it's mid-December already. So yeah, but we're gonna
He's
get this
working on
out.
it.
We're gonna get this out pretty fast because I don't think we're gonna do much editing on this because why edit out?
Perfection. No.
Hey, I wasn't gonna. I mean, you went there. I'm just gonna let it roll. Okay. Do you have any idea where you stand in the Gundies right now?
I have absolutely no clue.
No clue.
I will be at the Gundies whether I am not or whether I make it to the top 5 or not because I'm going to be in Vegas for SHOT Show and it's the
Nice.
same time.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like the day before SHOT Show starts or night before, whatever. So I will be there. They said they're going to tell the top 5 relatively quickly. They said before Christmas.
Okay.
So yeah, but I'll be there either way. But I have
So
no
you
clue.
guys will know before the end of the year.
Yes, if we're in the top 5.
So you guys don't actually get told until they
Nope.
open that envelope on stage.
Yeah, we don't. I don't think so anyway. Like no one said anything about that to me, and they sent us a whole little email thing. I read through like 5 times, and I was like, "There's a lot of information."
Okay. So
yes.
you said Vegas.
Vegas.
The week of SHOT Show.
Yep.
Good God, that place is going to be packed.
I've never been to Vegas before, but this will be my first time, and I'm going by myself, so that's going to be fun.
So you know that SHOT is right on the heels of the basically the adult entertainment convention.
Oh no, I did not know that. Fun.
Yeah, it's either before or right after.
A great time over there, y'all.
just an FYI. There's cool. A lot of very special people, and Las Vegas is like LA. They're very unique, and they're a whole thing unto themselves. But yeah, there's
make sure I up my game with my outfits that week, y'all. I'll be posting them.
Different sponsorship. Diversification. Okay. Do you, because you said it kind of started out as, just an inspiration or something like that. Do you have now where you're at as an influencer, do you have a mission for Concealed Carry Outfit of the Day?
So, it's kind of the same. Like, the mission has only mildly changed. The mission the entire time has just been to inspire other women and show them how to carry and how I do it. The only change that has slightly altered is I would like to be able to like slightly monetize it to a degree, just because well, like for example, when we were working together at the Ren Fair, I had absolutely no free time. I was working 7 days a week, every week for several months, and I felt so bad, but I was posting giraffes, and that was all that was happening because I had no time. And I would like to be able to put out better quality content, and I would like to eventually, where I'm able to do more educational stuff, possibly get certified as an instructor sometime. But yeah, the goal's the same. I just want to encourage women in self-defense and protecting themselves. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. For the record, I would like to see Ren Fair garb concealed carry. Just saying, not that we can carry inside the fair because
no, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, absolutely would not do that.
Wrong.
All right. Burning question.
Oh Lord.
You're carrying concealed. You're a gun girl. Condition 1 or condition 2 while you're carrying? Do you carry chambered?
Yes.
Okay. Not that I haven't. I carry chambered, but it seems to be a dividing line within the industry.
I don't understand. I don't. Everyone puts so much focus on draw time, but if you have to draw and then you have to rack the slide, your draw time to, like, now you're taking up so much more time. Like this, going like this, sorry guys who are just listening, but going like that to draw versus going like that, pulling it out, racking the slide, and then drawing to point at the enemy takes a lot more time. And
so what you're saying is a woman not carrying condition 1 just doesn't make sense.
anyone not carrying with a round in the chamber doesn't make sense, really.
And there you have it, folks.
But if you're not going to use a safe holster that does not have some form of hard material covering the trigger guard, I don't want you to have a round in the chamber because you're going to shoot something off.
It's fair. Fair.
So use a safe holster, but if you're not going to, don't be stupid about it.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to get wrapped up because I don't want to take up all of your time, and I'm sure that you guys would like to do something else today. We're going to go with our random questions.
Okay.
So Papa Quail has another question for you. What is the wildest conspiracy theory that you believe in?
I don't even know.
Sorry, we have the peanut gallery commenting in. Sir, would you like to? The election was rigged.
Which one? No. Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't really.
I mean, you could go with the moon landing was fake.
No, I know there's so many.
9/11
I just don't
was a setup.
I just don't put that much. I have so much going on all the time. I don't have the energy level to try and believe in and think of something that's fake. I'm just like, I'm gonna take y'all at your word. So we went to the moon. We went to the moon. The Earth is round. Aliens are real. No, I don't. Okay. I'm just like, sure, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, to an extent. Like, I don't have an energy. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, dude. No.
Well,
special answer for you.
No big deal there. So one of the cornerstone, one of the foundational pieces of content that we talk about on the show is preparedness. Does the concealed carry and being a gun enthusiast, does preparedness extend into other parts of your life, and how and what does that look like?
I mean, I wouldn't say it came from being a gun owner or concealed carry. My dad always just kind of taught us, oh, you should be prepared at least to like an extent. Like not, I mean, I wouldn't mind like having a bunker with all this stuff and cool. But sure. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. That's not realistic. But I like try to have like a decent amount of like canned goods and whatnot on hand and like paper products and whatnot. So next time someone steals all the toilet paper out of the store and I didn't buy ahead because it wasn't time to go to the grocery store, I actually have some. Like, sure. I don't currently have like a bug out bag in my car, but I did at a point and I should probably put out another one.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy, like, not saying it's crazy, but I'm not like crazy into like making sure everything is prepared for anything, but I try to be decently prepared.
Right. Well, I mean, with you guys being in an apartment, right? Like you probably have a fallback location with family somewhere. I mean, you talked about growing up rural, so.
Well, I didn't really grow up rural, but I have had a lot of opportunities to live that way, like at places I've worked in the country and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. What is one thing you never leave the house without, not including your gun? Because obviously it goes everywhere, right?
Except for the Ren Fest, I would never carry there.
No.
Because that
don't carry at the Ren Fair.
There's alcohol. Bad. Obviously, I don't carry if I know I'm going to be drinking because that's not safe. But
I mean, we have a legal limit in Texas.
I know, but I'm a lightweight. Like one drink, I'm probably over the legal limit.
Hey-yo.
Yeah, it's cheap. I mean, obviously, I don't leave without my phone. I don't know if there's anything exciting I don't leave without.
Okay.
Usually have a bottle of Excedrin. Forgot it today actually, and I was starting to get a headache, and I was like, oh no.
Okay. I can match your freak on that. I always, even in my bag right over there, I always have Midol. Now y'all are gonna laugh and snicker, but that works for everything. I have neck problems. I have back problems. Midol. Extra strength.
Do you use Off-brand or like actual brand?
Actual brand. That I am a snob about that.
Hey, everyone's got something.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that gets us about to the end. Did you have anything that you wanted to talk about?
I do not think so.
Okay.
Let's say we probably covered it if there was.
Sure. Okay, so if anybody is seeing you and hearing you for the first time, and they want to know more, how do they find you?
Y'all can find me on pretty much any social media platform except for Facebook. I am Princess in the Pistol. I am primarily on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter/X, and slightly on YouTube. More to come there soon.
Okay. I don't think I asked you. What platform do you spend most of your time on?
So it used to be TikTok because
Mhm.
that's where the majority of my following is. I have around 110,000, I think, around that number. I've been trying to diversify. Funny story, actually, I got to X because someone messaged me on Instagram saying someone was talking about me there, and I was like, are they saying good things? And they told me, go look. So I made an X account. I went to find the person talking about me. They were saying good things. It was very nice of them. They were
Nice.
telling people to go find me. And I popped up and I was like, hi. And I was like, you summoned me. And then all of a sudden, and that was 2 months ago.
Right.
I've only had this account a couple months and it's now at 19,000 followers, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
The blowing up thing probably helped with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's the formula for going viral?
So I know to an extent if something is going to do well. I never know how well. So, for example, something I like to do is take pictures in front of no guns allowed signs and post it. One, because it's funny. Two, because I like to draw awareness to, hey, you should learn your state's gun laws. And like this doesn't actually fulfill any legal specifications, so I can totally carry here legally. And it always makes people mad. It makes people happy. Some people are like, hell yeah, break the law. And some people are like, are you breaking the law? And,
Correct.
and some people are like, you're a horrible person. I hate you. And anyway, it always gets traction because of that. So
Sure.
if I do something like that, I know it's going to do decently well. The photo that went mega viral, I knew it would probably. I was expecting like 100,000 views, because I don't usually like explode quite that much. But the combination of just like my outfit, my hair, my glasses, I am often people often look at me and think I am like I don't talk about politics really on my page, but people just assume I'm a liberal because I have glasses, which apparently bad eyesight equals liberal, but that's a weird
I
connotation.
think that the shape has something to do with it.
I know, but they're just circles.
I know.
No, I know it's weird. I don't really care, but like just like the fact I don't dress in lots of camo and jeans and t-shirts all the time just trips people up for some reason because everyone likes identity politics and I don't fit into that.
Sure.
So, but like if I'm wearing cute little outfit with my hair curled, my cute little glasses, and I have flowers on my shirt, and then I'm like, hey, look, there's a gun. People like to talk about it, and that's what happened.
Well, so it's refreshing, right? Like to see a chick that's like, hey, this is my style. And she's not just running around in tactical pants and a fuck around and find out t-shirt or like beautiful
occasion.
badass or like when I first met you, right? We had been working at fair. We had been on our feet for 14 hours and you had a black shirt on that says, I heart my husband. And I'm like, I have to go talk to this person because she just, and we, alcohol had already been flowing. People had already had drinks. People were laughing and cutting up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So speaking of, I should ask this question because when I don't ask this question, people get upset. What are you drinking? Maybe not today, but what is your drink of choice? Are you a whiskey girl? Are you a vodka girl?
I will drink almost anything.
Whoa, easy.
It depends on my mood. I love a good Bloody Mary, especially spicy.
And we had some great ones.
We did. Oh, he makes the best ones.
He's like, yeah, we're gonna sit here and do a 5-second pour of spiced vodka.
I know.
And
I was
that's
like,
just how we make a Bloody Mary.
I was like, I can never recreate that. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I just have to go back every year to have more.
Yeah.
I love a good Bloody Mary. I love anything sweet. I'll drink whiskey. I'll take shots.
Okay.
Like, give me some tequila. Like, what? Yeah, I don't have, like, yeah, my 2 go-tos usually, very white girl of me, will be either a vodka cran or a Bloody Mary, depending on the mood. If it's a sweet mood or if it's a spicy mood.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And just because the internet really wants to know and needs to know, how many shots does it take to stick a tomahawk into a wooden target handle first?
Hold on, let me think back to that night as much as I can remember. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it was a fun time. Also, the only reason it stuck that way is because I was standing. Was I too close or too far back? Either way, I was a little too. I wasn't in the right position. I threw it afterwards, and I have video proof of this. I say drunk tomahawk throwing, and I throw it again. And I stick it perfectly because I adjusted my positioning because I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I promise. Anyway, okay, hold on. So, very strong Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
At least one shot. What else did I have that night? God, I don't even remember. I went to the tap and got 2 drinks, and I had at least one of them.
Okay.
So maybe 4.
This was before, and I had went out onto the balcony, and I had a pipe, and I had 2 or 3 beers, and you were still just rip snorting and going. And I look up, I'm like, well, it's time to leave now. Start saying bye to everybody. We walk out the door, and there are sharp things flying. I'm like, oh, hey, there's Emily. Awesome.
Yeah. just listen for the thunk.
Right. Yeah.
And that's where I'll be.
Okay. As I said, I do not want to take up much of your time. Emily, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
It was fun.
I am so
First
stoked.
podcast ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know that you're going to be a pretty hot commodity.
Well, I'm doing another one tomorrow night, so I just was trying to do you first since I promised I would.
Yes. Yes. Where are you going on tomorrow?
Hold on. I believe, feel so bad if I'm butchering your username, but I believe it's either Gun Talk Radio or Gun Show Radio.
Okay.
One of the 2.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
He's very cool. He actually interviewed the owners of my favorite holster company the other night.
Okay.
And they pulled up my picture at one point. I saw that. That was funny. Anyway.
Yep. So, like I said, I am stoked to have the exclusive first interview because I know that you're gonna do big things.
Maybe.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It will. It will
Fingers
happen.
crossed.
It will happen. Hey, at the very least, if a girl can figure out a way to afford her habit,
yeah.
I mean, you're doing good there.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yep.
But I also got into motorcycles, which is also an expensive hobby. I just can't pick cheap hobbies. It's a very bad problem.
Okay. I mean, since you brought it up, like, what other hobbies do you have besides this? You
So
said
many.
guns, motorcycles.
Okay. Guns, motorcycles, anything creative, photography,
Okay.
embroidery, sewing.
I just got into sewing.
Yeah.
Just got my own machine.
Very, very cool. I taught sewing for 7 years. Basically anything creative, archery, throwing sharp objects.
Just got into that this year.
Every single one of these dang hobbies is so expensive. I keep
know.
picking them up, and yeah, who's got time for that? Me, apparently not.
Sure, yeah. I mean, because time and money are just things.
Oh, flow art. I hoop dance. Very fun. I'll post a video on Instagram later, but like I have an LED hula hoop. I can do some cool things with that thing.
Okay.
Have you seen the fire show at the Renaissance Festival?
I have.
Have you seen the fire hoops?
Yes.
Okay, so I do stuff like that, but faster because it's not on fire.
Okay. Nice. Did not expect that.
Yeah, I'll post something on Instagram later.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're listening, go watch me dance with an LED hula hoop. It'll be fun.
I don't know that I'm going to participate in that at any point in my friendship with Emily, but
oh my gosh, should we make him hula hoop?
LED hula hoop?
No.
I'm kind of round for that.
No, it's okay. So this perfect size hula hoop for you, fun fact, is wherever your belly button is. So I used to make them and out of PVC pipe and electrical tape and then these little connectors. And so you make the one that's the perfect size for you, and then you can use it no matter how. How did you describe yourself?
Vertically challenged.
Yeah, no matter how vertically challenged or whatever you are.
Round,
yeah. No matter how. Yeah.
Okay.
The bigger it is, the easier it is to use it, actually. That's what she said.
What she said.
I said it first.
Okay. So when the hula hoops are like the fast thing that you see on Instagram, like people are like dancing with them and spinning them around.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of flow art. There's like fans.
Flow art.
Yes.
Okay.
Flow art, flow dance, whatever. There's like fans. There's poi, which is like sticks that you make look like they're not attached to anything, and you make them fly around. There's obviously like ribbon sticks, well-known stuff that's in the, like gymnastics and whatnot. There's all kinds of things.
Okay.
I have a ribbon stick, fans, and hula hoops. My favorites will always be hula hoops because I've been doing it since I was like 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any other hobbies?
So many.
Okay.
We don't need to keep going down that rabbit trail.
Okay. All right.
If there's a hobby, I've probably had it for at least a certain extent of time.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want to add?
If you're not subscribed to his podcast, you should be.
Oh, thank you for that.
I'm a good
all right.
little ad.
If you guys didn't catch it earlier, Instagram, TikTok, are you Princess and the Pistol all?
So if you look up Princess and the Pistol, you'll find me because I also put it in my name. So on Twitter, it's P and the Pistol. But if you look up Princess and the Pistol, you'll still find me. So
Okay, fantastic.
Not to overcomplicate.
All right. Well, Emily, thank you. You guys out there listening and watching, I really appreciate y'all spending the time to see what we have going on here today. I know that time is one of the things that you can't get back, and that makes it one of the most valuable assets that you can possibly have. So I appreciate you guys spending your time with us. I look forward to maybe sitting down and interviewing Emily after she wins at the Gundies.
Go vote for me.
Go vote.
Every day you can vote twice if you click on the sponsor's website.
So you can vote twice a day. We're going to get this out so that some people listening and watching the video can go and vote. Emily, thank you.
Yeah,
it has
thanks
been
for inviting me
first interview. It has been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All right.
Woo, we did it.